Is going here. All righty. Now we're good. How y'all doing? I'm Bruce Swan. Good to be with you this Tuesday evening, and thanks so much for joining us for another episode of Music My Mother Would Not Like, and we're now being live streamed. So hopefully that's working. This is really magnificent return to established technology that was working so well for a while, but became flawed, and it's really a pain in the ass. But anyhow, so it goes. Well, we do want to welcome you. This is our 66th episode in the series. Hope you're all doing really well, and good to see those of you that have been here with us each and every time, or many of the times. Welcome back. Good to see you. And if this is your first visit to Music My Mother Would Not Like, well, we hope that you make this part of your Tuesday evening plans. We're here every single week, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock sharp, all the time. Wonderful show planned for you this evening, and I'm so glad that you're all with us. We do have a PayPal pool. You'll see that pool coming up periodically throughout the evening, and that is the best way we can support the artist this Tuesday evening. We will distribute at the end of the week. Friday is payday at Music My Mother Would Not Like, and we want to extend an invitation to you for Baker Bookings Gorilla Showcase, which is a late night showcase as part of the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance Conference happening this weekend, beginning Wednesday evening around 5 o'clock. There'll be activities throughout the weekend for registered members and attendees. But as part of the late night showcases, Louise and I will be hosting one on Saturday evening. Finn will be there with us as part of Baker Booking. We have, I believe, 16 acts over the course of 3 hours. I hope you'll join us. It's free for you. Unfortunately, it will not allow you to get from the room that we'll all be in together to other rooms. So that's just the way it works. If you want to get to those rooms, you can join. You can sign up at nerfa.org, and that may come up throughout the evening. You know many of the names on the bill that on Saturday night, beginning at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Many of the artists have been on the show before. The rest are just first-class artists. I think we're fond of saying, there's no dogs in the race. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping, and we'll get on with the evening. You might find that you'll enjoy the show a little bit better with proper sound. If you can get some headphones or earbuds, if you're able to link into your Bluetooth speaker sound, I think you'll enjoy this just that much more. The music is going to be fantastic, as it is, I believe, every single week. It's always different, but I think it's always fantastic. We talked a little bit about PayPal. One of the big things that you can do for us, and it's really helpful, is make sure that you tick off the box that says sending to a friend. Otherwise, what happens is PayPal will take off about 6 or 7% and charge those as handling fees to make sure that the product is delivered safely, I guess, to your post box. I'm going to bring in Louise into the broadcast, and we'll talk a little bit about how you can best enjoy the program here this Tuesday evening. Louise? There she is.
Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate the introduction. I was just fiddling with a few settings there to get us on the live stream, and I think everything's working tonight. Welcome, everyone, to the show tonight, and we are here broadcasting from Asheville, North Carolina. Beautiful sunny day, still some golden leaves on the tree. And yes, excuse us that we have the Baker Booking banner still up because we have been at conference land. And as Bruce said, we'll be back there at NERFA this weekend. Can't wait. And we'll chat about that later. But I just want to tell you quickly, those of you who may not have been here before, we have a few little ways that you can enjoy the show more. And that is by interacting. Everyone is come in where you are not allowed to unmute yourself, because if we allowed that and we heard, the dogs barking, the sirens going by, or, sipping your coffee or beer, it would make a lot of noise. So for now, you're all on mute. At the end of the show, we'll give an opportunity for people to unmute so that you can clap and say hello. What you can do, however, is you can unblock your camera, and there's a little icon on your dock there that says stop video, has a little video camera. And if there's a red line across it, that means we can't see you. So, in these days where we're only all seeing like this much of each other's face, wouldn't it be nice to let these artists see your faces? So if you feel like it, we'd love you to unblock your camera so we can see you tonight. Now, the next little button is the participants button. And if you check that out, if you haven't clicked that, double click that, it'll pop open and you will see a menu come up, and it'll tell you everyone who is in the show tonight. That way you can see your pals that you haven't seen in a while, that you usually see at festivals or showcases or venues or whatever. And you might see someone that you want to send a little message to and say hello. So open that up. And then the next button is very important. That's the chat button. I think many of you have found that already, right down in the middle. It could be someplace else on your device, but if you open the chat button, you will be able to share with us where you're from. We'd love to hear how you found out about the show if you're a first timer, and where you're from, what kind of music you're into, that sort of thing. Perhaps you came because of one of these artists tonight. We will also be posting information there. Finn, who's up in Maryland, will be putting links to the websites for each artist. And we encourage you to go to their websites and look at their merchandise and some other things to support them. So open up the chat and feel free to make some nice positive comments there. The other way is there is a little reaction button, and that's something that you can use. If you click on that, you'll be able to put up a heart, a leaf, a clapping hand, a smiley face, and that's also nice. Of course, you can always do this and, make some nice hand signals after the folks have played, and you'll hear Bruce and I clapping. So that's it. Enjoy the show. Back to Bruce.
Thanks, Louise. Well, big welcome to you first timers. Thanks so much for being here and braving the unknown in the comfort of your home. It's good to see you, as well as, of course, the returning faces. Those of you that have been with us so many times, it's good to have you with us and back again, as I'm fond of saying, that without you, there just isn't any reason for us to be here. So thank you for being here. It just does make it all possible. Tonight, we will be returning to the showcase format. We have 4 artists. Each one will play for approximately 20 minutes, 4 to 5 songs, depending on the yammering or the length of song. My name is Bruce Swan. I'm here to introduce the artists. I'm your MC this evening, and it's good to be with you. The upcoming shows for December, of course, are all on the website, musicmymotherwouldnotlike.com. We're in the process of cobbling together December's shows, and those should be completely put together in the next couple of few days, I hope. But you can always get information on the website at musicmymotherwouldnotlike.com. We've got some very exciting shows coming up that we hope you will consider. Next week, the Moores will be curating a show. They will be bringing with them Andrew Delaney, Dan Pelletier, and Kate Klim. So we're looking forward to that. And then David Newland will be back the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And then at the end of the month, we will be celebrating our 69th episode of Music My Mother Would Not Like. It hardly seems possible, doesn't it? Your generosity really cannot be thanked enough, and it is what makes these evenings possible. We are very grateful for your continued support. It is simply the best way to support live music as we move forward and move through the pandemic. We are still seeing, while people are returning to shows, that and while everybody's taking measures to be safe and everything, the numbers of attendees are dropping still. So we do believe that this is, and it remains, the safest way for us to get together. And there's free parking, So the other thing we're fond of saying is that free shows are not cheap to produce. So if you think about that as the evening progresses, and perhaps you can visit us on PayPal. Finn will have the links up for you periodically. So if you miss them, fret not. And if you're really worried, just drop him a note and he'll get right on it. So it's good to be hanging here. Well, our opener this evening is Mountain Town. It's an Americana music group from Park City, Utah, and brings to what they call acoustic music from the American West, combining traditional country with bluegrass folk, yearning pedal steels, with dobros, rhinestone emblazed suits. Band leader Dr. John has been performing an artist for over 20 years. Tonight he's by himself. So I really wasn't sure if I should be introducing Mountain Town or John Kolon. But either way, we're in for a treat. My background with him is I got a very nice note asking if he could be part of one of the guerrilla showcases that we were hosting. Sadly, our bill was full up, but I liked his music. And I said, well, if you got time for a call, I'd be happy to chat with some options. He said, yeah, I can talk. And on a Sunday afternoon, we cobbled this together very quickly. So it's indeed a pleasure to welcome our first-timer guest here with us, John Kolon. John, good to see you. And I understand that you are closer to us than you are to home, and maybe some of your family members are with us. But good evening and welcome.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Yes, it's an honor to be here. And yeah, I missed that booking by like 1 hour, man. It's like you never know how it's going to go. But yeah, I'm actually in East North Carolina, out here working, I kind of say, on the road. So, and it's not unlike, if you're working and you're not at home, it's kind of like being on the road. You kind of, you don't sleep in your bed, you're not eating your food. I've got a couple comforts, my cat's here, which is nice. But anyway, things like this is such a great show to be a part of. A big thanks to Baker Bookings. And, it's so hard to put this stuff on, but it does make us all feel like we're able to get out there and, live shows have been kind of stifled, and you just kind of wonder if your next gig is going to happen or not and stuff. So, but anyway, it's an honor to be here. I'd like to do 3 songs for you, kind of just get things in the Mountain Town way, just kind of lead things off. And, folks at our shows, we call them Mountain Towners, and they sing, they dance, they cry. Thanks for being here. This is such a great show because you get to discover some new music, and I'd encourage you, like maybe Finn can kind of put up our website, mountaintownband.com, and I'd encourage you. I mean, you're at home, but you're able to open up a window and maybe check us out and stuff. What I'd love for folks to do, if you're interested, is, we're kind of working on the website. I'm not the best with the old technology, but I did put the lyrics up. That's something that's important in songwriting. It's not just playing a fancy guitar or having some hot licks. It's about songwriting. So songwriters have been my heroes, just like cowboys have. So anyway, the first song that I'd like to do for you is "Find Some Gold," and I wrote this song in Virginia. I used to work at a hospital up there, doing a show, and a gal was just kind of particularly moved, and so she waited for the meet and greet. I do hope folks have a couple questions, or they like to hang out after the songs and stuff. That's partially why we're here. But she said, it's a sad song, but I just, it takes me to a special place, and it helps me to kind of package up some sadness and kind of send it away. And so anyway, here's "Find Some Gold." Asked me why I play those sad songs, those melodies that make them cry every night. Oh, the lonely hearts breaking, and I watch the sadness in their eyes. Every love has a history. When it's gone, the night feels so cold. Unwind those tangled memories. In them running tears, you'll find some gold. I watched her take an empty bar stool, and I watched her order up another wine. Well, she closed her eyes and walked among the shadows. It only fade with the passing of the tide. Every love has a history. When it's gone, the night feels so cold. Unwind those tangled memories. In them running tears, you'll find some gold. There's nothing I can say to change things. Not a single thing I can do will bring him home. So pin your sorrows on that lowly blackbird. Tell your nervous heart it's not alone, and that every love has a history. When it's gone, night feels so cold. Unwind those tangled memories. In them running tears, you'll find some gold. Unwind those tangled memories. In them running tears, you'll find some gold.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. Find some gold. Isn't that nice? Nice, peaceful. Everybody's ready. So I do sing for a British record label, The Animal Farm, and I'd like to do the first song that I did with them. It's called This Highway Ends, and I'd say, you know, in the theme of supporting live music, you know, we sure would appreciate if you PayPal the show. And I'd say, you know, if you're kind of discovering Mountain Town and you're digging it, you know, if you're going to buy one song from each album or from each artist this evening, buy this one, because it doesn't just put some cash in my pocket. It helps fund the label, the session players, and all the musicians, and, you know, all the staff that makes the label possible. So anyway, This Highway Ends is the first song I did with them, and you know, Billy, who's one of the owners, said, send me, and you know, I can't do a British accent, but he said, send me the song that if you had 5 minutes left to live, this is what we would, you know, recall you by. So I said, boy, that sure is a lot of pressure, but anyway, he liked it. And anyway, This Highway Ends, let's do it. I'm trying to hold the line straight as an arrow, and I can't tell if it's the rain, just my sorrow that's making it so hard to steer. Oh, maybe it's all catching up with me, maybe it's just my fears. Well, I don't think the clock on the dashboard can be right. There's no glow on the horizon after driving all night. I keep on looking for the next sign. Maybe pull this whole rig over and find a place to hide. Down the line this highway ends. Oh, you may not see it coming, don't try and pretend. There's only so much time to try and make amends. Down the line this highway ends. There's no way I can tell her without making her cry and ending those innocent years. There's no wind that's colder, and it's no use to shoulder. Never dry her broken-hearted tears. Down the line this highway ends. Oh, it seems like there's no slowing down. Don't try and pretend. There's only so much time to try and make amends. Down the line this highway ends. So shake off them night spills. You'll lose your mind trying to turn around. All them dry wheels. There's no headlights on the highway at these times of night. You start to feel as empty as the road, and some of your secrets they break from their chains. Don't look behind, it's just best to let them go. This highway ends. So keep your hands upon the wheel and brace against the wind. There's only so much time to try and make amends. Down the line this highway ends. This highway ends. This highway ends.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's nice to hear the audience applause. That sure is cool. Well, friends, I do have time for one more. Why don't I do my latest? So, each summer I head down to Arizona because, it's warm down there, but, it's still nice to be there. And I play with a folk group there. So, anyway, lots of the folkies are getting older and, passing away. And, this song is about that. It's called Last Time Around. What's kind of cool is for the festival, we thought this past year it would be it, but it will be going on next summer. So, I will play this one, and I'll be home in 2 weeks and stuff. I do have a gig at the Notch Pub in beautiful Camas, Utah, Saturday after Thanksgiving to kind of open up ski season and all that stuff. So that should be cool. And then the Sunday before Thanksgiving, I'll be at Zatava, which if anybody's going to go see the Grand Canyon and head down to the St. George area, is a fabulous restaurant and outdoor seating and all that jazz. So anyway, I'll be at Zatava the Sunday before Thanksgiving, do some turkey with the family and then do a show at a honky tonk. So anyway, this is Last Time Around, and this is for all my old friends, part of the old John Stewart crew and the Kingston Trio crew. So this is for them. There's a devil wind, it's blowing across the mesas. The trees look like they're praying to the sky. Gray clouds struggle in the distance, reaching out to touch the ground that is so dry. Well, I couldn't help but notice as we were saying our goodbyes, when you smiled and said I'll soon see you again. There was no way you could hide the look of sadness in your eyes. You told me that you didn't know just when. No, this won't be the last time. Spirits from the sky reach to the ground. So listen for the laughter of the raindrops coming down. So no, this ain't the last time around. There's a flickering of lightning in the distance, and I can't hear any thunder from the sky. Those rolling fields of hay are looking tired, old and gray. I wonder if they'll make it or if they'll die. No, this won't be the last time. Spirits from the sky reach to the ground. So listen for the laughter of the raindrops coming down. So you know this ain't the last time around. And old friends, like the colors of the desert, they grow stronger with the passing of the years. When those golden grains of sand, they start slipping through your hands, the water from the sky will always wash away your tears. Well, I pretend I can hear you in the darkness, pretend I understand just what you're saying. And I know that nothing out there can ever bring you back to me. It doesn't mean that I'll ever stop praying. No, this won't be the last time. Spirits from the sky reach to the ground. So listen for the laughter of the raindrops coming down. So no, this ain't the last time around. This ain't the last time around.
Beautiful. John
Very
Kolon,
nice.
Mountain Town.
Mountain Town. Thank you so much, everybody. Please take a trip over to the tip jar. It does help out all the artists, and please feel free to discover music. So thank you again for having me on the show, and I will stick around for some meet and greet stuff. And you know, for the few minutes, anybody has any questions, anybody want to hear about the songs, I'm right here.
Right on. John Kolon, Mountain Town. All righty, my babies. We are off and we are running. Things are looking good. Things are looking great. I got a new cable. How about that? This is craziness. Really sorry. Okay. What a pain in the ass. It's always something. I bought a brand new cable to try and avoid this problem, and it was delivered promptly yesterday in time for the show. And so I hooked it up, and it does not work. So we are back to the old problematic one, but we'll do all right. Listen, periodically in the chat section, you'll see web pages of the artists, their links, how you can get more information about them. They all have great music that is available for you. And if you order today, it might be there in time for the holidays. Perfect gift giving opportunities are coming up. We do want to thank you, though, for contributing and supporting the artist and supporting the venue. We come to you every Tuesday and look forward to seeing you each and every week and bringing you a diverse palette of music each week. We do think that this is the best way to support live music right now. While the venues are still getting back up on their feet, this is the safest way for us to congregate and probably the best way to see four great musicians on the same bill from the comfort of your home. And we do really do thank you very much for being here. We're often asked, what's a good donation? What's a proper donation? Think about what you would have paid for a ticket in your favorite listening room in town, the premier listening room. What would that have cost? Maybe $20. So think about that as you're venturing over to the PayPal pool, and we are really very grateful. We'll have a drawing after our third act, after Jesse De Konto performs. He'll be asked to pick a number between 1 and 85. That represents the number of people that had registered prior to 6 p.m. this evening. And one of those lucky people will receive an email tomorrow morning that says winner, winner, chicken dinner, and they will win their choice of some of the music my mother would not like official swag. Got to win it. Can't buy it. It's kind of cool stuff. But that's going to happen right after the third artist, a little bit later. And this is an interesting evening. As I was looking back in the chat, as we were sort of assembling, I watched people saying, I'm here for Meghan, and people were here for Meghan, and I don't know which one of you is here for whom, because it's Meghan Hayes and Meghan Cary. So it's a little bit confusing, and both are spelled more or less the same way. But so it goes. Meghan Cary didn't mean to be a musician. When her fiance unexpectedly died, she picked up his guitar and learned to play it and wrote her debut, earning Billboard's Critics' Choice, a masterful storyteller. Her shows have been called healing, inspiring, outrageously joyful, and her song Sing Louder has become an anthem for the music-loving community. Her smoky voice and emotion-packed writing garner favorable comparisons to Melissa Etheridge, Brandi Carlile, and even Bruce Springsteen. Sitting in with Meghan this evening will be Bob Beach on the harp and flute. He is one half of the David Jacob Strain and Bob Beach duo. He's a renowned harmonica player and periodic guest to the series and very good friend of ours. Peter Farrell is also on the keys tonight, and it's good to see both of them tonight. We have fond memories. The last time we were together and could actually spend a couple of moments to say hello was at Falcon Ridge Folk Festival in 2019. And we gathered at their campsite during the dinner hour. The music and wine was flowing beautifully, and unfortunately, so were the clouds. It was raining. Let's please do make very welcome Meghan Cary with Bob Beach and Peter Farrell. Good to see you both, and all three of you, and thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us, Bruce. And I do remember that rain. But it was Falcon Ridge. It wouldn't have been Falcon Ridge if it hadn't rained, right?
That's what they say. I'm willing to not go to those kinds of Falcon Ridges, though.
No, it's part of the whole thing. It's part of the whole, I don't know, the magic, right? You're just never dry. That's okay.
There's that. And you get to buy a ticket for it. That's the best.
You kind of feel moldy for a little while, but it's okay. It's okay. Right?
It's all good.
And sunburned and all that stuff. So I'm really psyched to be here. I'm Meghan Cary. This is Bob Beach over here, and Peter Farrell with me. And I tell you what, it's been a year, and I wish that I could be right there with you guys, but the fact that you're all here and I can see you is huge. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me that I can actually see your faces and sing to you. Usually we spend our days on the road, doing that thing that we as musicians do, which is drive mile after mile after mile, play music, drive mile after mile after mile, play music. So we're going to start with this song. It's called Drive.
Mile after mile of empty highway, sun hasn't crept into the sky. Gaze into the dark horizon, as Oklahoma passes by. Headed for the Tucson desert, where only ironwood survives. I don't know what else I'll find there. I just drive, I just drive. Rubber winds against the pavement, hear the sound so I'm alive. Nothing more to fill the silence. I just drive, I just drive. Running to, running from, does it matter in the end? Running like I'm out of time, running round just one more bend. I just drive. Waves of heat lift off the tarmac, burning off the morning dew. Sun glints off my rearview mirror, horizon sharpens into view. If I knew what I would find there, I wouldn't have to take this ride. Keeps me moving is not knowing. I just drive, I just drive. Running to, running from, does it matter in the end?
And the next
Thank you
couple ones with a little bit of enthusiasm, please. Just that much.
Okay, sorry, I'll try to pull my energy up out of my boots. I have my energy boots on.
Right on.
Sorry, I'm looking down here because I can see you better here and you can see me better there, but I'll try to split my focus. So.
Sounds great.
Does it sound okay? Good. We had, technical, man.
The gremlins showed up tonight.
They sure did.
My
They
Lord.
sure did. The gremlins have been.
But they're gone.
The gremlins have been feasting tonight. So we're going to play a song that they actually wrote, inspired by this woman, the dread pirate Grace O'Malley. She was a kick-ass, powerhouse, thieving. I don't know that she raped people because I don't know that she could do that, but she was a thieving pirate. She was, feared by all. And I thought that her story was really cool. And I wondered what kind of growing up you have to become the dread pirate Grace O'Malley. Like, what has to happen in your life? So I did some research and found out absolutely nothing, because there's really not that much about, the growing up. There's her history, but like the real growing up of a person like this, because back then they didn't keep those kinds of records. So I decided to make it up, and I came up with this story that became this song. This is called "Sail Across the Water." Father, won't you take me on a trip across the sea? Nothing here is keeping me alive. All the boys from far away who come on bended knee, they only want to take me for a wife. And I want to sail across the water, feel the waves beneath my feet. I want to soar to that horizon, touch what lies beyond all I can see, beyond all I can see. I can never be the sun you'd hope would come along. I am so much more than what you see. Why, I'm far more resourceful than any boy is strong. Won't you take me with you, and you'll see when we sail across the water, feel the waves beneath our feet when we soar to that horizon and touch what lies beyond all I can see, beyond all I can see. And I know you care for me, and I know
great.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Beautiful.
I wish I could see what you're writing, but I can see you guys, and that's really the most important thing. So thank you.
All good stuff.
Oh, good. Not like, we can't hear the harp. Because the harp is really cool in that song. That's Bob Beach doing that thing. Let's hear it for Bob. Woo! I do love that. So, what'd you say? Oh, no, I was making that up. He's like, wait, turn me up? Sure. So we're gonna do another song that is really close to my heart right now. It's been a hell of a year, and we lost my mom to the pandemic in December, and we lost my dad last month to the pandemic, and this song I'd like to sing for my mom because she was such an inspiration to me. She was a member of the League of Women Voters, and she was working tirelessly to try to get the ERA passed, and she never got to see it actually, get put into place. But she got to see some wins. She did not get to see Kamala inaugurated, but I think that she was there watching with me while I watched. And anyway, so this song was inspired by her, and I'd like to sing it for her, but I'd like to sing it for all the women out there who have been brave and bold enough. And we must keep doing this, especially right now. Brave and bold enough to speak our truth, even when society doesn't want to hear it. If you would like to sing along with me on this song, that would absolutely make my month, my year. I know that you're all in different rooms, and you're probably in your living room or something, and you have neighbors, but I promise they'll just be tickled. So go ahead and you'll know when it's time to sing, and I'll cue you, okay? So this is called River Rock. I am no one's baby. I am not a girl. I have spent some decades rattling around this world. I am not the next new thing. No, I've been here too long. I have spent my life turning stories into song. I am not silver. I am not gold. No precious metal for you to mold. I am a river rock, tumbled smooth by the rush of life. This life I choose. I have come to see things through a prism lens as I make this journey closer to its end. Each turns I'm troubled by much of what I see, but I won't waste my breath declaring you've done this to me. I am not silver, I am not gold, no precious metal for you to mold. I am a river rock, tumbled smooth by the rush of life. This life I choose. I am a river rock, tumbled smooth by the rush of life. This life I choose. Every step along the way, I made my own choice. I tried to choose the truth. That's how I found my
That's how I found my
this meadow for you to mold. I am a river rock, I am a river rock, tumbled smooth by the rush of life, this life. One last time, I am a river rock, tumbled smooth by the rush of life, this life I choose.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Were you singing?
No, I wasn't singing. It's not good for anybody, but
Back in my
I was
ear.
inspired to.
Were
good
you
job.
singing?
I was not. No, it's best for everybody. I don't.
Not Bruce, that was
No,
it.
Louise takes care of the household
Louise
singing.
takes care of the singing.
Yeah, it's split economy, but it's good. It works.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You know, I thought about that, you know, our neighbors, we have neighbors too, and they hear us doing this all the time, and they don't think we're crazy much.
Yeah, right, much.
No,
yeah.
they still walk our dog when we go away on tour, so that's nice. So we're gonna do one last song. Does that sound good? Is that good? Okay. So I didn't want to finish the set without doing the song, especially if you guys are all in a singing mood, because I'm going to ask you to sing again on this one. And honest to God, you know, there's nothing like hearing you and feeling you in a room singing back at me, but just to know that wherever you are in the world, wherever we all are, I know that there's at least people across the United States, because I know there's people here from Colorado, and we're here in Philly, and well, then we're creating a thing across a whole continent. So let's just let's keep on with our bad selves. So this is a song that I wrote when I was living in New York City. And in New York City, it was the first time I'd grown up in a small town, so it was the first time I came across people living on the street. And I didn't know what to do about that. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to respond. And so I kind of did what I thought I saw everybody else do, which was just to turn the other way and walk on by. And that really didn't work for me at all. And then I was reminded by a friend of mine that we as human beings are hardwired to connect, right? It's what we do. So I realized that although I couldn't house all those people, I couldn't feed them, I couldn't even give them a buck, I could give them the gift of connection. So I tried it. I tried seeing them, you know, just seeing them. Imagine what it's like to be seen. We take it for granted. I did that, and for me, it made all the difference. And I realized that as a human being, it's not only something to make me feel better, it is my responsibility.
Free, how can your eyes touch a perfect stranger, or the burden of your life. Does it really rest on me? This responsibility. Oh, does it really rest on me? This responsibility, I believe it rests. She holds her baby to her breast. Her hand reaches to me, and she asks not for herself, for her hungry family, and I lose her voice so easily within the city sounds. But then the cooing of a baby makes me stop and turn around. I turn around. Thank God I turn around. But now, where do I go? This responsibility. Who do I turn to set my conscience free? How can your eyes touch a perfect stranger? Hold the burden of your life. Does it really rest on me? This responsibility. Oh, does it really rest on me? This responsibility. I believe it rests on me. That's your part. I believe it rests on me. I believe it rests on me. I believe it rests on me. This responsibility. I believe it rests on me. Can you sing that with us now? I believe it rests on me. I believe it rests on me. I feel you out there, come on. I believe it rests on me. This responsibility. I believe it rests on me. A little louder, please. I believe it rests on me. I believe it rests on me. One more time. I believe it rests on me. Woo-hoo.
Fantastic. That's
Sorry
Meghan
about that
Cary
pop in
with
the middle
Bob
of that.
Beach and Peter Farrell.
Yeah, this is Mr. Peter Farrell over here. I forgot to say, can you please give him a round of applause?
Yay,
as well?
Peter.
You're like the best guys ever. So
Man.
thanks Bruce for having us. And
Our pleasure.
Louise.
Good to have you with us. That was fantastic.
Fantastic. We're revved up.
What happened to my little folk show?
Oops, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's wonderful. So good to be with all of you this Tuesday evening. And as we've said before, if you like what you see, we'd love to have you come back. Each and every week we are here. My notes say to pick up my clipboard and check what's coming for episode number 67, which is next week. More house concerts will be with us. They're curating a program again. Andrew Delaney, Dan Pelletier, and Kate Klim will be with us next week. That's November the 16th. And following that, David Newland will be the guest curator, bringing some of his Canadian friends, Annie Sumi, Dizzy Faye, and Donnay Roberts. And Annie Sumi is tearing up the folk charts. That's a big thing. much bigger thing than it sounds, but it's a pretty big thing. And Aaron Ivey, Ian Tamlin, and Michael R.J. Roth will be with us on the 30th. And some of the acts coming for December will be Abigail Dowd will be back with us. Emerald Ray will be here for her return visit, and a whole bunch of other great folks. Annie Bacon, we got turned on to her music at Folk Alliance Regional Midwest Farm, FARM. So that's what's happening on the up and coming shows. We want to give a big thanks to our sponsors of the programming here this evening, this Tuesday evening, and everyone we've had so far, the good folks at undiscoveredmusic.net and hereithere.com. Undiscoveredmusic.net really has something for everybody that's been attending, that comes to these performances as a viewer, as a participant, as a venue, as a scout for music. It's got it going on. A great place to find who's playing where, across the country and into, I think, parts of Canada, and wouldn't surprise me if they go global at some point. But it very good organization. And hereithere.com is an arts publication that you can get online, really focusing in on the Hudson Valley and the tri-state area around New York City, Connecticut, New Jersey, and New York State arts and happenings. So it's a very good publication, hereithere.com. We do want to welcome the folks that are on Facebook. Louise managed to get that going for us properly, which is great because it was giving me absolute fits. And but we do want to say good evening and welcome to you. We thank you for being with us. We, however, will not and cannot monitor the chat. So we'd love to have you come in. If you go to musicmymotherwouldnotlike.com, scroll down to the music page, you'll find it. You can register right on, and we'll let you in right about the time we throw you out at the end of the night. We have set a goal for this evening. The goal this evening is $1,100, and we hope that we will cross that goal by end of evening. We're working towards that very smartly. That's how we pay the artists. And, free music ain't cheap to produce, so your help helps bridge the gap, and we appreciate that very much. But as always, your generosity cannot go unrecognized, and we are very grateful for it, so we do appreciate that. All righty. The other thing you can do for the artists is check out their social media. Go to their websites, which Finn has been putting up dutifully throughout the evening, and go on and sign up for their newsletter. You can find out where these people are coming and going, and when they might be in an area nearby you, either outside or virtually, or what they're doing. And one of the best ways you can help them is to say to your local venue that you get turned on to some great new music. These are the artists. If they brought them to the venue, you might come by and see them. That would help quite a bit. Mentioned earlier, what's the proper donation? Whatever you feel is appropriate. But if you were to see these artists perform, it would cost you somewhere around $15 or $20, I think, in most premier listening rooms. And that would probably be the floor, not the ceiling of the price structure. But and you would pay for parking. I don't know too many places left that toss in free parking, besides Music My Mother Would Not Like on Tuesday nights. Hey, Jesse James De Konto grew up in New England with his dad's guitar and his mom's radio turned to Soulsville, the Village, Liverpool, and Laurel Canyon. Those inheritances managed and mingled with foothills folk in Durham, North Carolina, yielding songs Americana, UK calls, and themic. Critics hear influences from Neil Young to The National. You won't be able to stop humming after you listen to him, says No Depression. He's the front man of the band known as the Pinkerton Raid, and well worth a serious listen. We're really glad that Jesse could be with us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please do make welcome Jesse De Konto. Jesse, good to see you. Thanks so much for sitting in and working the room with us all. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me, Bruce. I'm gonna say a little bit after this song, but I did one of these Zoom shows with a booking agency in Amsterdam several months ago, and we did the sound check and everything was working great with the guitar and the voice, but what we didn't sound check is me noodling while trying to talk, and it turned out when I did that, my guitar was constantly overwhelming my voice and people couldn't understand what I was saying, so I'm not going to do that tonight. Crossing Indiana field, pins us round and round and round. people going places, economic engines racing. We are windmills in the fall, windmills in the fall, windmills in the fall, windmills in the fall. Soft blows a breeze crossing Indiana field, spins us round and round and round. Breeze blows a flame where a garden did lay. Smoke whispers high, says the forest has died, and we are windmills in the fall, windmills in the fall, windmills in the fall, windmills in the fall. Hey ho, we go, go, we go, go, go. We go, go, we go, go, go. We can't see where we go, go, go. We go, go, we go, go, go. Yeah, we don't know where we're going. We are standing still, like windmill in the fall. And the sun breaks free on an Indiana field. The clouds float high in a pale blue sky. Blades gleam white, reflect the light. We need not spin, the wind it's still. We're windmills in the sun, windmills in the sun, windmills in the sun. We are windmills in the sun. We are windmills in the sun. Windmills in the sun. Windmills in the sun. We're windmills in the sun. That's Windmills in the Fog. That's a song off of our most recent record with the Pinkerton Raid. Thank you. Thank you. That record's called Where the Wildest Spirits Fly. I'm sure there's some people out here from the Midwest. That's a song about driving through the Midwest, touring through the Midwest, and seeing those giant wind turbines along I-65. But at a deeper level, it's really about like kind of wondering if we could shed all of the trappings of capitalism, what would be left? What is essentially human? And I think it's our relationships, and it's why I really appreciate a night like this. I'm just, watching Bob Beach play with Meghan Cary and remembering 2 years ago, right about almost exactly 2 years ago this week, I connected with this folk community for the first time at the NERFA conference, and Bob Beach actually sat in on his harmonica with me on one of my showcases, which was really cool. Met Louise and met Bruce, who then just a couple months ago gave us meaning me and my band, a really incredibly warm welcome to Asheville at our first show in Asheville. We work and live about 4 hours east of there in Durham, North Carolina. And look at the list of people out there. People like Tremaine and Pamela, who are, you know, in New York and Charlotte, and basically our relationship has been mostly online, and yet here they are and have been so supportive of me over the years and months. My Aunt Lori in California, Peter in Chicago, who I've met on tour, and there's this back and forth between sharing music and building real friendships and it's sort of a cycle, and it's a beautiful thing. And of course my friend John, who was my bass player for a lot of years and just moved north to Virginia. So thank you all for being here with us tonight. I'm gonna play you a song called Dream the Sun.
Sundays left in dark. How far could new eyes see? To dream the light in icy fog, beware the Ides of February. Stinging fingers cling through spring. A baby knows no cold. Her mother's arms a left undone. You make the plans, call forth the crowd now. Sip your wine in quiet love. Dream quiet, quiet. Dream quiet. Dream the sun before it rises. Dream the sun will rise.
Ooh.
You can, thank you. You can find all this stuff, all these songs pretty easily online, but just go to pinkertonray.com. I noticed some comments about people enjoying the lyrics. I put the lyrics for all the songs on our Bandcamp page. So if you can't find them anywhere else, they're with each song, each track. Each track has its own page you can link to, and all the lyrics are there. our our very newest single. It's actually not even out everywhere streaming yet, but it is on our Bandcamp page, and it is on YouTube with a brand new animated music video. And both of those links are right there on pinkertonraid.com. This is called The Magical Flying Rowan Tree.
They named their child for a tree that flies with the fairy of the woods. Long fingers walk like magic, batons, tiptoes tapping, roots and dirt, oh desert. Rowan flies above the door. Oh, Rowan child, you guard our joy. Rowan flies above the door. Rowan child, you guard us. Well, we're lost out here, child. We wander the miles, wicked widow. Bewitch us, your sister. The road lays a thorn in the road. The sun lights bright. You light up the sky. Rowan flies above the door. Oh, Rowan child, you guard our joy. Rowan flies above the door. Oh, Rowan child, you guard. Well, the roots are strong in this holy rolling grove, down in the soil where they cling to one another. The rowan tree fell, blood rain from the sky. Mountain king, winter deities keep hold. Oh, rowan flies above the door. Oh, rowan child, you guard our joy. Rowan flies above the door. Oh, rowan child, you guard our That's a really personal song, but wrapped up in
the legend of the rowan tree. It's supposed to be a magical tree in kind of the northern hemisphere. A lot of the mythologies of the northern hemisphere ward off evil spirits. And I kind of took that mythology and reflected on some relationships and family. I think I get that kind of nature spirituality from my maternal grandmother, my nanny, my one Irish grandparent out of 4. The other 3 are all Italian. And today happens to be Nanny's birthday. She would have been 91. She passed about 7 years ago. So yeah, thank you for that toast, that toast to Nanny. So I've got time for like one more song, Bruce. Is that about right?
Yeah, about one song. It's perfect.
My aunt Lori's on here. I told her I was playing this, and you know, when you have people who care about you and want to listen to the music across the country, these live streams are very very helpful because they can't see most of the shows, you know. So she asked me to play this song. This is most definitely not a folk song. I'm gonna play it on my acoustic guitar though, so maybe it can kind of pass. This is a pop song by maybe the signature pop musician who survived through the folk revival and the advent of rock and roll and just kept making it. This is a song that came out in 1966. I hope you enjoy it. It's Nanny's favorite. I always think of it as the song that my dad played. I never have played it for anyone before. My dad always played it at family gatherings. But thanks for being with me tonight, and thanks for tuning in with all these great songwriters. If you're interested, you want to hear more, you can go to pinkertonray.com/tour, and we'll be in Virginia and North Carolina in the next couple months, and then going down to Georgia. But stay in touch. Drop your email on our website, and we can stay in touch, and you'll know when you can hear us. This is called "That's Life." It's by Frank Sinatra. That's life. It's what all the people say. Riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. That's life. And funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this final world keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn, and a king. I've been up and down, over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, I just pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. Ooh, I tell you, I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just ain't gonna buy it. And if
if I didn't think it was worth just one more try. I'd jump right on a big bird and fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn, and a king. I've been up and down, over and out, and I know one day. Each time I find myself flat on my face, I just pick myself up and get back in the race that's life. I can't deny it. Many times I thought of cutting out, but my heart just won't buy it. But if there's nothing shaking, come here next July. I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and die. That's life. Music my grandmother would like.
Oh, sweet.
That's what your aunt
Very
said
nice.
too.
That's right.
It's Jesse De Konto. You can know him from Pinkerton Raid. Catch them live. It's a good act. We've seen it at ISIS perform live. It's a good act. Excellent act.
Thank you.
Double thumbs up from me and Louise. So good to be with you all. All righty, let's keep things moving forward. It was a great set of music, and I'm so happy that you all are here this Tuesday evening with us. It's good to be with you. Jesse, I got to ask one last question of you. Could you pick a number, please, between 1 and 85? And that person will, of course, receive a note tomorrow that says, winner, winner, chicken dinner.
73. I was prepared for this moment. 73. It's my final answer.
I was writing it down carefully. Number
you.
73. All
Put a
righty.
lot of work into it.
Well, you know, you struck me as a man who would take this very seriously, and I think I chose wisely. So it's a lot of pressure. You know, you don't want to just pick anybody. You want to make sure they're up to the task. Hey, you can get more information about the website or about the concerts that we've been preparing for the last 65 weeks at Music My Mother Would Not Like. After our next performer, she will be the 261st act that we have presented. Some we've presented more than once, but I'm not going to go back and do that calculation. Suffice it to say that there have been 261 acts, and that's just for the Tuesday evening showcases that we have presented to you. Well, let's see what else is happening. More info at musicmymotherwouldnotlike.com. On the newsletter this week, I will tell you how you can see the showcase on Saturday evening. That's going to happen as part of the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance. That ticket will only, emphasize only, get you into the Gorilla Showcase. If you're a presenter of music, if you work for a venue or you're a scout for some of the venues, please do consider going to the conference. It's important to meet new stuff, see new stuff, and get to know some new people. But you will be our guest if you wish for just the Baker booking at Music My Mother Would Not Like showcase, which will begin at 10 o'clock Eastern time, go to about 2 in the morning, and we'll go straight through. No stops, just keep it moving. 15-minute sets, very, very short introductions, but some really fantastic music. And you will see some of the people that you've seen on this stage over the last year and a half or so, including, not the least of which will be Abby Posner, who's received a formal showcase, and David Jacob Strain, and Heather Pearson Acoustic Trio will be on the stage, and that's in the showcase. And then, of course, Friction Farm and Abigail Dowd. Big Little Lions will be back. So it should be a really fun evening. If you're not familiar with these acts, check them out. They will be, most of them will be live. There'll be a couple of tapes, but it will be on YouTube. You'll get a link, and that's on unpublished link, so it's not something you'd be able to stumble across by doing your homework. It's free, so we'd love to have you if you can make it. And so it's good to. We did share it a second time. No. Okay, but we've shown it a couple of times, I think. I'm looking at something else, so I'm not sure what we're all looking at, but okay, I'm gonna take it at face value. All righty. Our fourth and final guest this evening, and it's always bittersweet as we round the corner over the third and thinking we're doing great, everything's moving in the right direction, we're on time, things are looking good, we haven't had any problems that were major, everything's great, and then you realize that you're coming to the end of the evening, and it's a bit bittersweet in spite of the accomplishment. The evening is winding down. But it's been a good time, lots of great music tonight, and please do consider supporting the artist through the PayPal link that Finn has been putting up so dutifully. Alrighty, well, Seen Enough Leavers is the third record from East Nashville singer-songwriter Meghan Hayes. It's a bruising post-divorce document of pain, anxiety, and loss. Sonically diverse and lyrically driven, Seen Enough Leavers showcases her prowess as a poet and storyteller, sometimes folky, sometimes rocking, but always grounded in her indelible voice. This is by far her most ambitious recording. It's a lovely record. It was one of my favorite records, making my top 10 list in 2019 for the top records. It's a good record, and I think it's well worth being part of your collection. It's not an easy listen. Sonically, it's beautiful. There's some tough subjects, but they're handled gracefully and not too bitterly. I think it's a good listen, but it does not lend itself to cherry picking. So sit back and relax and listen to the whole thing. But let's do welcome back Meghan Hayes. It's good to see you again. Thank you for coming back. We must have done something okay fine the first time around to bring you back. And you've cut your hair.
Well, I cut it and now I'm growing it back out, as you noticed.
Yes.
Yeah, see, ponytail.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah, we need to stand side by side and compare. I was just realizing that I was on live stream number 6 with you guys. Whoa. And now here I'm on number 66. So
well, I hope you come back before number 126. I hope that happens.
Okay.
Come on, it's supposed to make it a little more difficult, make them beg a little bit,
Oh yeah, right. Oh, well, sure. Let me talk. I'll have my manager talk to you about that.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Meghan Hayes.
Thank you. It's funny. My my face just sort of disappeared from view, which is perfect because I don't want to have to see myself play. That's the one thing about these Zoom calls and live streams that I think is so strange, that you have to look at yourself. So I would much rather look at all of y'all. And I just want to reiterate what so many people have said tonight, that Louise and Bruce have really made, and Finn have made this such an amazing series. I like to watch it. I've had a lot of friends be on it, and here I am. I've come back. So, it is hell out there for musicians right now. We're all trying to be safe, but not everybody is. I've noticed in the last several months more and more even vaccinated musicians coming down with COVID, and thank God they're vaccinated. They're not getting terribly sick, but it's a scary time. So thank you so very much, Bruce and Louise, for doing this. This means a whole lot. So after that lovely introduction, I'm just going to play all new stuff. So nothing that you hear tonight is on my record that he just talked about. This is I'm actually about to go into the studio and do some new stuff, which I think is a little tiny bit more sunshiny than my last record. But I'll let you all be the judge of that. This is called Do the Wrong Thing. You make me wanna do the wrong thing, not just the wrong thing, but the wrong thing with you. You make me wanna ignore the lessons, learn from my mistakes, and make the same mistakes with you. I wanna lay this life distant ground. I wanna bury this heart in another town. 'Cause lately the dreaming is a lot like the waking. It's a lot like the mess, gnawing away at the truth. I'll be careful with me, love. I don't know what I made of, but I done hard time between speculation and proof. I don't know what I made of. I don't know what I'm made of. But you make me wanna pretend I'm sober. This'll never be over. This'll be the last wrong thing I'll ever do. You make me wanna be more your type, instead of anxious and uptight. I don't think this foot will fit that shoe. I wanna lay this life on distant ground, and I wanna bury this heart in another town. 'Cause lately the dreaming is a lot like the waking. It's a lot like the mess, gnawing away at the truth. I'll be careful with me, love. I don't know what I made of. I done hard time between speculation and proof. I don't know what I made of. I don't know what I'm made of. But you make me wanna do the wrong thing. Not just the wrong thing, but the wrong thing with you.
Beautiful.
Thanks so much. See, it's already a little more upbeat. For
Looking
what
forward to the new record already.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I love this. First of all, I love this setting, and I do look forward to going back to, playing live, but for now, this is great. It makes it easy because I just had to pick up a top, because I'm sure, I don't know if anybody else is wearing pants, but I definitely am not. I like that. So, I just have only seen people kind of from the waist up for 2 years now, and it suits me just fine. I get to be, I feel really lucky. I live in Nashville, and sometimes I don't feel lucky about that, but I love the people that I have met here. And I have been fortunate enough to somehow get to write with some pretty amazing people. And one of those people is a guy named Mondo Science. And if you guys don't know Mondo, DM me. I'll send you a link to his latest record. He's just incredible. He's absolutely incredible. And so this next song I wrote with him, and as I was practicing it, I hear his voice, singing the backup harmony. He couldn't be here, but he's in Texas right now. But this song is called Unlock the Door. Tried to bear my witness, but the ground rejected me. Tried to pretend the truth was anyone's guess. It lay trembling at my feet. You're just a lamb in wolf's clothing, trying to avoid a sacrifice. I never did hear you howling at the moonlight. I see you laying with the lions. You can fight either way you're hiding. The sun's gonna chase you through the stars at night. Either way, they'll find you hiding in plain sight. Come out from behind those dark glasses. Everyone can see you there, making love in the ashes, heavy breathing in thin air. You can fight either way you're hiding. The sun's gonna chase you through the stars at night. Either way you find you hiding in plain sight. You can fight either way you're hiding. The sun's gonna chase you through the stars at night. Either way, they'll find you hiding in plain sight. Unlock the door, it don't matter.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Megan, I'm clapping. It's representative. It's sort of a republic type system where I represent all the applause.
I appreciate that. That is fantastic. You can. Are you running for office?
No, it's better for everybody. Singing and running for office are two things that are best left
I
to
mean,
others.
you do represent your constituents, I think.
Yeah, I
I'm
think it's,
assuming. I don't know. Maybe nobody's clapping and you're clapping.
no, they're
Not
clapping. I'm just
reflecting
their
their
voice.
will,
I'm their voice for the moment.
Well, thank you. So, yeah. So, this right here, was given to me by my great aunt Juanita. And so I have not played it in a long time. This is the guitar I learned how to play guitar on. And a friend had borrowed it for 10 or 15 years, and then he just sent it back to me during pandemic because I think he decided that it was time to get his own guitar. So thank you, James Finch, wherever you might be. But I've been, anyway, I think that I just feel so wonderful. I know so much of my family is here. I actually have folks who are, I can see them from junior high, high school, college, grad school, like all of my families. This is just wonderful. So thank you again to all of y'all, but also to the folks who are going to be friends, whom I haven't met yet, but I'm sure we will stay in touch. So this is great. You've put a huge smile on my face. Having said that, I'm going to sing a really sad song now. This is called Surprised. This is the latest version of this song. On a Friday, a July day, public pool. LA skies are bruised. Left my sister, mom's new mister. The 70s were cruel. If you didn't know, sis, you'd never notice anything. She didn't miss a beat. Twisted tube top and melted bomb pop. Oh, that smell from the backseat. You'd be surprised how much is left when everything's gone. There's nothing you can touch. There's nothing you can own. The catch of a breath after tears. Set on repeat in your ear. Set on repeat in your ears. Well, fiery canyons make bad companions. Mama passed a few rough habits down the line to a younger version, eyes averted. She watched one cloud creep by and been trained not to fight. You'd be surprised how much is left when everything is gone. Nothing you can touch. Nothing you can own. The catch of a breath after tears. Set on repeat in your ear. Set on repeat in your ears. Well, ends get started, ships get boarded. Mom just bleached the car. She beat my sister blue. There are months of silence and deafening signs that the baby's due. No red, gone back to the pool. You'd be surprised how much is right when everything's wrong. I keep falling out of touch. I'll still be falling when I'm gone. Gardenias crushed on the porch. There'll be no settling of this score. There'll be no settling of this score. Thank you. I had to throw one in that was just, a throwback to my last record. Oh, goodness. Am I okay on time?
You're doing swell. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that I have a website. Christmas is coming. And look at this. I even brought, look at that. It's like QVC up in here. It's music my mother would not like VC. But this is a little notebook. And I carry these everywhere. And most people who write or do things do that. There's one. Here's another one. This is all art that I've made, like little doodles that I've made, and then I just put them on some books, and people seem to really like these. And then I won't show you all of my records, but this is the most recent record. And anyway, they're all available on my website, and I really hope that if you like what you've heard here, that you will go to my website and sign up for my newsletter, and purchase thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, whichever or both. That would be great. I'm, by the way, loving the Bob Beach, Meghan Cary, and Peter Farrell. Like, that's like, what is that called when you do the swimming? That's, help me.
Like
Synchronized swimming. They're doing synchronized drinking, and I'm really I'm a little distracted, but I'm really impressed. Yeah.
They seem to have mastered it. Look at
Do
that.
what? I think
seem
they
to
have
have mastered it. Look at that. That is really nice.
That is tight. I mean, their set was tight, but their drinking's tighter.
We want to see 7.
Do what?
We want to see 7 times.
Yeah. So anyway, please follow me, and I don't really have any shows this year, but we're kind of, Nashville's. Well, I won't say anything, but pretty soon it'll be safe to play here again, I think. But until then, thank God for you guys. Okay, I've got a brand new one. Like, I wrote the bridge to this 2 days ago, so nothing like working without a net. This is called Evangeline, which you'll figure out. Repeating is remembering. I need a source for that. These hands, these bones, these breathless, this breathless trail. And we build on the road despite there being nothing there. Not a soul to protect us, fewer than that, to be fair. And we don't let love break our hearts. We don't let it get that far eventually. Now somebody else's past is catching up to me. Shame fits you wear it and learn that you're neat. The sun's withholding all her love, looking far away. The lucky girls did not grow up thinking they're to blame. So we don't let love break our hearts. We don't let it get that far eventually. I was just like a bird without wings. It was then that I learned to think of these things. We don't let love break our hearts, and don't let it get that far eventually. free. The eight worst ghost story ever told says angels carry me, and we don't let love break our heart. Don't let it get that far, Evangeline. No, we don't let love break our hearts. Don't let it get that far, Evangeline.
All righty.
Yeah.
That's Meghan Hayes, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Seen Enough Leavers
Great.
is a good record. It's a tough listen, but it's a very, very good record. So
Thank you.
congratulations on that. And looking forward to the next one. We are just about out of time, but I wonder, like, how much would I have to twist your arm to get you to play one or two more?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Oh. uh, uh,
Come on, they're going to
okay.
come over and throw eggs at the house, and it's a rental apartment. And I'm going to have to clean them up, and it's going to be a mess. And so
No,
I'll owe you big.
I can. I just have
Okay.
to. Well, I might not have a new. I mean, I do have other new ones, but they're not really camera ready. I guess I could do. Well,
Oh, Megan, you get the
okay. If
telephone
you
book,
want
and
to
they'd still pay
taste,
money.
if you all want a taste of the sadness of Seen Enough Leavers, I guess we can do that.
Cool. Well, let's do this. Somebody asked a question about your last guitar, about the fourth string. It looked a little bit different. Now, I guess that's partially because it's nylon, or maybe it's a separate tuning.
The fourth string?
Yeah. From the top
What
down,
was
the G string.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, they're nylon.
That's
But
what I reckoned.
yeah. So I mean, I think that well, actually, it's funny. There's one that's sort of like an off color.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Mismatch set.
Yeah, it's a mismatch. I mean,
Wednesday special I bought last week. That's cool. All right. Well, let's do this. While you're
Well,
thinking what you're going to tune up,
I
let's
ordered a new set. They're on their way.
okay.
Yeah. Why
That
don't
is the joke, the running joke of the night now, isn't it?
the running joke?
Good. Well, let's do this if we can. I'm going to ask you to play one more song or two more as you wish. And then what's going to happen is at the end of Megan's song, we're all going to give her a very, very warm round of applause. Louise will invite you all to unmute, and then we will give the artists their due thanks. And so what I'd like to do then is just get the big thanks out of the way, because I won't be able to get a word in edgewise for all the clapping that's due all these wonderful musicians. But our big thanks to you, our audience. This is what makes it all possible, and what makes it so that we can come back each week and be together. Without you, it would just be like the radio, day at the office on the radio. But I do want to thank our performers this evening, Mountain Town, Meghan Cary and Bob Beach, and Peter Farrell, I'm sorry, Peter, and Jesse De Konto and Meghan Hayes, of course. And finally, a big thanks to the Music My Mother Would Not Like team, Finn Clemens in Baltimore, who's been on tech and putting up all the info throughout the evening, and my partner, Louise Baker, whom we will be celebrating our 5th anniversary on account of NERFA in a couple of short few days. So I'm excited about that. I'm Bruce Swan, and we look forward to seeing you next time. And as I say on my radio shows, do something nice for somebody else for no other reason at all than just because. Get home safe. Ladies and gentlemen, one or two more from Meghan Hayes, and then we will bust these places up and meet your neighbors and bring out the cops. And if there ain't no red lights, we're just going to keep yucking it up until they come. But how about that? All right. All
right.
yours.
Lightning turned the leaves on the trees around every night that summer down in Morristown. Thunder shot curses across the sky, and by morning not a single blade of grass was dry. Set up shop behind the A&P, the wind, the rain Rex and me in Morristown. Rex had a sister, stood up and shove a man whose dad is a band. Mama left daddy for a case of beer and a case of changes mind brought us here. We told stories about what ought to be, tried on lives we'd never see in Morristown. I don't know how much of this story you already heard. Hell trades a diamond ring for a mockingbird. A diamond ring for a mockingbird. We called her baby Lila and we set to work to spare that child a world of hurt. In between jobs, we took the time to love on her, teach her nursery rhymes, all for one and one for all. Might have been hungry, but we had a ball. Morristown. Lila could sing before she could speak. Her voice had made the hardest man's edges weep. Tried to make me talk, led her back to the world. I had a bad case of being my daddy's girl. I guess there's no cure for a heart that's breaking, or it even starts beating by words unspoken in Morristown. I don't know how much of this story you already heard. Now trace a diamond ring for a mockingbird. A diamond ring for a mockingbird. Rex lost it all at the Greyhound track, and I couldn't have held a job. It was strapped to my back. The night before Lila turned the age of 9, threw myself a farewell party. Meth and wine, and the halls were dirty and the lights were dim. Rex identified my body as next of kin in Morristown. I don't know how much of this story you already heard. My trace a diamond ring for a mockingbird. A diamond ring for a mockingbird. Mockingbird.
Love it. Meghan Hayes. All righty, darling. Let's unmute these microphones and let
Okay.
everybody applaud. We suggest you put your camera on gallery view.
Click the
Start
box
busting up
there.
the roofs.
All
Good to
right,
see everybody.
go.